there, it's me, Helena, from helenawoods.com. I'm a professional locational astrologer specializing in astrocartography, and in today's video, I want to talk about the collective energy and where we're heading starting next year in 2025, March 30th, 2025 to be exact. This is Neptune in Aries. Neptune, the planet of illusion, deception, and the spiritual divine, is moving into a new zodiac sign, and there is definitely going to be a collective energetic shift that we're all going to be feeling starting next March until the year 2039. So buckle up, get strapped in, because it's going to be a wild ride. There's always preferable and unpreferable things about ingresses and new outer planet shifts into new zodiac signs, right? There's always going to be something good and something not so great. Are there a lot of bad things with Neptune and Aries? You could say that. I mean, war is definitely a common trend with this transit. There's also just a more fiery, aggressive tone when Neptune is in such a fiery, action-oriented, motivated sign such as Aries. Yeah, we got to talk about it in today's video, but before we do, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. I make tons of videos here on astrocartography, finding your best places to live in the world using astrology, as well as predictions whenever I feel the desire or the call to talk about them. By the way, our podcast hit #1 on the listens in our category in the UK and Canada, and #3 in the US. Seriously, so cool that our podcast has been doing so well. I try to aim to post new podcast episodes every 2 weeks, so definitely go subscribe to the podcast. You can get all the links down below in the description of this video. So don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Ms. Helena Woods for daily updates. All right, let's talk about Neptune in Aries and why it's time to say goodbye to this dreamy fog that we've been in since 2011. Neptune has a lot of deceptive qualities about it. You know, it's the collective imagination, it's deception, it's illusion, it's not seeing reality, and it is the fog. It's a very foggy, murky quality to Neptune. And Neptune in Pisces since 2011, we've been in this collective energy of more increased compassion, empathy, sensitivity, psychicness. There's also a lack of practicality with Neptune in Pisces. There's a lack of boundaries. And with Aries, Aries being the warrior, the hero on the hero's journey, the first on the battlefield, the impulsive, action-oriented, slightly angry, more angry energy of Aries, the first zodiac sign in astrology, I'm predicting that there is going to be this collective abrupt wake up. Like we're all gonna wake up from this deep slumber that we've been in since 2011. And we're all gonna feel like, whoa, was I asleep that whole time? Was I in this weird dream this whole time? I'm excited for this. Not for my personal chart. My personal chart will be very difficult with this Neptune ingress. It's, you know, one of the transits I'm least looking forward to in my life. But this video is not about me. This video is about the collective and what I'm excited about for the collective shifted energy. And it is more self-accountability, more accountability in our actions, in our mindset. How do we approach our problems? How do we approach our challenges in life? Are we gonna keep complaining? Are we gonna keep wallowing in our self-pity? Or are we gonna get the F up and start taking action and take accountability for our own lives? That is the collective energetic trend and shift that I predict is going to be all in our subconscious over the next till 2039, this transit is. Now, Neptune will go retrograde for one final time with Saturn in Pisces in the end of 2025. As far as the US is concerned, I'm expecting massive foundational level changes within either the Constitution or the country itself, the bedrock, the foundations of the country, because this Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries will be going right over the USA Sibley chart's IC point in Aries. So this is going to be very interesting to see what this is about when we get into the summer of 2025. Summer of 2025 is where we're going to see a lot of this play out. Neptune in Pisces, this time we've been living in collectively since 2011, includes the rise of spirituality, manifestation rhetoric, new age philosophy, astrology, all those things, but it also is an increase in faith and religion. Pisces deals with water themes, so a lot of water stories, whether in the news or events happening in the world, as well as immigration, migration, mass migration is very big with Neptune and Pisces. With Pisces, there is a lack of boundaries or a lack of restriction. There's an openness, right? Pisces is so fluid. Pisces is so accepting of all, the interconnection of all of us, the divine oneness between all people and all things and all matter and all energies and everything, right? There are no boundaries with Pisces. And so one of the things I'm thinking about can be an increased restriction in migration themes once we get into Neptune and Aries, especially when Saturn also goes into Aries too. Now, Neptune and Aries is often associated with war, increased themes around military, guns, violence, Aries is bloodshed. Mars rules Aries. Aries is a very confrontational sign. And so with Neptune ingressing into Aries, I do expect more people to be either fighting or disagreeing. Neptune in Pisces has definitely correlated with the rise of Instagram and TikTok and all these social media platforms of connection. But Aries is a little bit more disconnected because Aries is about boundaries. Aries has this energy of take me or leave me. You don't like it, then leave. And so I do expect more people to be less on social media for sure, less addicted and escaping into social media. With Aries, there's like a boundary with social media or a cutting off, or possibly even a feeling of, I can't really trust social media. I can't really trust what's being put out there, so I'm just gonna cut it off and do something else. Neptune in Pisces is really big on escapism, addictions. The rise of drug use, the rise of escaping or numbing yourself from pain. Pisces is about escaping reality and the practical things in life and escaping into a fantasy, escaping into a fog of your own imagination. I think of Anna Green Gables energy or Anne Shirley energy of like imagining what could be beautiful. And that's all lovely and that's all beautiful, but at the same time, that's very much a Neptune and Pisces thing. Addiction, escaping from your reality, escaping from your life to numb yourself, whether it's through drugs or alcohol or social media or movies or video games, whatever escapist tendency we have. We've been in this escapist pattern since 2011, and let me tell you, once Neptune enters Aries, we're waking up. And I do feel like this energy will be abrupt. With outer planets, they move slowly, and often they can be this gradual period where things start changing. But to be honest, with Neptune entering Aries, I do expect it to be this abrupt wake up of all of the collective people, the world, kind of being like, wait, what's the truth? What have I been fed? What's real, what's not? I also just think that it's the end of the influencer. It's the end of the celebrity. Like, that energy is just not where we're going, especially with Pluto entering Aquarius. Pluto in Leo was a time when like Marilyn Monroe got huge and Audrey Hepburn and all these famous 1950s movie Hollywood starlets. The rise of the celebrity, like wanting to know about celebrities, that became big when Pluto was in Leo. Leo being the star, the celebrity, the here I am, let me shine and bask in my glory kind of energy. Pluto's about to enter Aquarius. It's the opposite of that. Aquarius is not about glorifying celebrities and influencers and people who have these shiny lives. It will be a different world when we get out of Pluto and Aquarius. But for the next 20 years, this is where we're in this big, massive change in our lives. And let me tell you, with all these massive changes, Neptune entering Aries, Saturn entering Aries, Uranus entering Gemini, Pluto entering Aquarius, Jupiter entering Cancer, all of these slow-moving planets, the fact that they're all moving into new zodiac signs at the same exact time, I mean, what a wild thing to be alive for. And what's crazy is we are living through historic, unprecedented times, but our souls chose to be here. We came here for a reason. There's a reason why we were born and that we're here on Earth at this time to witness these historical events. And I hope that this video was useful, helpful for you, gave you some practical information on kind of where we're stepping in these next coming years. The energy is going to shift next year, guys. I've been making the prediction for over a year now on Instagram. I started last year at New Year's of 2024. That yeah, this is the prelude. 24 is the prelude to this new cycle, this new era that we're living in. It starts in 25. Uranus doesn't leave Gemini until 2033. We're in for a wild ride, so buckle up, put on your strap, get some popcorn ready. I, for one, will be watching it very closely and following the astrology alongside it. I find it's such a fascinating time to be alive as an astrologer right now. I saw on Reddit the other day, talking about Neptune and Aries themes, and I saw someone said, I'm really excited or whatever for Neptune and Aries. It's time to make accountability cool again. And I was like, yes, that is so cool. So credit to that Reddit user who said that, because that's what I am calling this period. Neptune and Aries is make self-accountability cool again. On an individual level, like getting out of your victim mindset and actually taking action over what you want in life. And also getting out of this delusional spiritual new age bubble that personally I am in that world, but I also feel like there's no practicality and there's no action backing up a lot of this Piscean energy, and I'm just so ready for more Aries energy to come in. Again, it's not good for my chart, but I like it for the collective themes and the collective energy of like action, taking action, backing up your words with action. I personally am someone that can really get behind that. Some things that we've seen with Neptune and Pisces over the years: the rise of cults, the rise of spiritual brainwashing. To be honest, I just think Neptune and Pisces is somewhat delusional at times. There's just this lack of practicality and this lack of boundaries and like feeling like you're lost in a void. And I, for one, am excited for the collective to get out of that void and to start backing up their lives with action. It's time to wake up Sleeping Beauty and leave this Neptune and Pisces time and enter Neptune and Aries. Make self-accountability cool again. And by saying this, in no way am I making a reference to certain political ideologies or groups or anything. And I just want to end this video on that note of make sure you vote this year. It's going to be a very close race. So, I mean, these candidates, their charts, they both have a lot of good things in their charts, both Harris and Trump. It's really important that you vote for this election. So get out and vote, use your vote, use your voice. It does matter. And volunteer if you'd like, and just know that collectively we can be a force of light and a force of good when we use our intentions with kindness, when we are kind, when we are genuine, authentic, and honest, and also when we live our life in giving, in generosity, in service, in helpfulness. That's what I believe life is all about, is once you've learned a lot, you give back and give generously to other people. And so that's the best way that we can be of light in these dark times that we're heading in. I hope you enjoyed this quick little sit down video I wanted to record for you, but let's get ready to wake the F up, because I sure am ready. Have a magical day, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy astro travels.